G'day YouTube, my name's Lance. Welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, the weather report, look, it's down to, it's supposed to get up to about 20 today. The overnight temperature is a little bit overcast, and the overnight temperature is about 8 and 10 and in there, but yesterday was mainly 11. But yeah, look, lovely days. For those of you who follow my channel that are in England, Ireland, Europe, that are having that that bit of a hot spell coming through, that's probably going to knock you around a little bit. Barry from Man from the Mist, he was going crook the other day at 25 degrees. So Barry, if she gets to 35, mate, I don't know, you might have to chuck a hanky in the freezer and really keep cool. But anyway, I don't suppose you've got to work every day of your life, eh? Well, you probably don't. I don't know. Do you have air-conditioned pubs over there? So, all our pubs in Australia, oh well, not all of them. The country ones aren't, but a lot of the modern ones are all air-conned. And yeah, you can go and sit in some air-con and have 10 or 20 snappy beers and just kick back a little bit. But if you, we're hearing on the news that you're going to have a temperatures of up around 40 degrees Celsius, and that's hot by anyone's standard. I think around 38 is 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So 100 and over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, it's not nice wherever you are in the world. I don't mind, say 30 degrees, early 30s, 31, 32, 33, they're fine. You get up around 35, a little bit bigger than that. My chair just sunk on me. You get below, above that, and it is a bit uncomfortable. And in Bundy Bear's Shed, we're near the coast here, so it's a humid heat, and so you just sweat your ring off. Yeah, out west, if you travel west into the outback, say, which 4 or 5 hours west of us here even, and you have a 35-day heat day. Yeah, it's a dry heat. It's not the humidity. So even though it's hot, you don't seem to sweat as much as you do where we are on the coast here. So yeah, look, I'll keep an eye out for the videos, see how you're all shaping up. The other thing I noticed too is, I mean, in Australia, like in my shed here, I've got a high roof, which helps a lot, where my shed is 4.8 metres to the gutter, and then it goes up higher in the peak there. But I notice, Kevin from Norfolk and things like that, a lot of yous have lower sheds over there, and I don't know whether that's from a leftover from the old days. Well, where I did my apprenticeship, the roof was probably 8 foot, 2.4, 2.5 metres, and if we got I can remember a Fiat 780 coming in, and we couldn't fit it in the shed. That was a huge big tractor, and because that was a car workshop and a tractor workshop, a lot of the tractor work got done outside. But if it was a Massey Ferguson, like a 135 or something like that, this is before roll frame days, you could fit it in okay. But I notice in a lot of the videos I watch, your roofs, probably because of being older buildings, are down lower in a lot of cases. So yeah, the sun on that hot roof, it will knock you around, I reckon, for sure. But look, drink plenty. Yeah, and you won't die. You'll be right. Yeah, you should come good. What's happened in Bundy Bear's Shed through the week? I had to come home Thursday. They put new solar panels on the roof in Bundy Bear's Shed here. Now, we did have some solar panels on, and everything stopped working. The whole show just stopped working. And so we got the solar heart fella out, and he said, oh, you're going to need a new inverter, and you got the old type panels. There's new panels out now, and they're better, and rah-de-rah. So I thought, oh, bugger it, nearly retiring age. We might just renew the whole system. And I don't know, something dodgy goes on with the government, I reckon, because we're on one of these plans where we sell electricity into the grid at 40 cents a kilowatt hour, and we buy it back for 22. So through the day, all our power goes in, and when we first got it put on the roof, we were making about $1,200 a year on the power. Plus we were running Bundy Bear shed, the house, the pressure pumps, the whole lot. Over time, as prices have gone up and that, well, we've been making less and less, and it got to where we were actually getting a power bill. So I had a look at the inverter over in the corner above the compressor, and it wasn't working. So anyway, I got them out to have a look, and they put in an application just to roll the system over to a more modern one, and bang, everything started working. And we were sitting on 19 kilowatt hours, so but I'd already ordered the new system. And I thought, oh, it's 10 years old now, that inverter, it's probably time to upgrade anyway, so we let that ride, and they fitted it the other day. But the new system, like, it just seems odd to me, once you apply to the government to renew the system, bang, everything worked. And I was there all the time, we did not touch that bloody inverter. So I reckon they might be able to turn it off on you and turn it on, and some of us on the high paying one, I don't be a government would do that. When we first got onto it, we would sell power into them at 40 cents a kilowatt hour, and they would buy it back for, we would buy it back off them for 6. So it's only a government would do something stupid like that. But anyway, I mean, we took advantage of it. And so now we've got all the new system, the bigger panels. We can't buy, because we locked into this contract for 40 cents, we've got a 4.8 kilowatt system. We can't go above that. But because it's winter and the sun's low in the sky, I had a look, and we're only ever putting out about 3.5 with the new system. So, and yeah, about 19 kilowatt hours a day, which is what the old one was doing before we pulled it out. So I don't know, I think the government might be able to shut them down or do something like that, because we went for 4 months with no solar input worth worrying about, really. And as soon as we put an application in to upgrade because something was wrong, the whole show works again. So how does that work? Who knows? So, pardon me. The 148, I haven't done any work on that really. I put a new little Massey Ferguson badge across the front, and I did some more slashing on Saturday afternoon, just the front half of the paddock that I didn't get to. After using the John Deere, like on the 135, you have the outer draft lever right back, and then you use the square-headed lever, the inside lever, and to lift it, you push it forward. And well, that was bloody snookering me. Like with the John Deere and the TEAs and 35s, you pull the lever back, but these things you got to push the lever forward, and that catches me a little bit. So prick of a thing, but. Anyway, I suppose I'll just get used to it. Yeah, I've got a couple of stops set so I can just up and down, because as you turn, I don't want to drag the slasher in the long grass and that turning. I like to lift it and clear it a bit, then bring it back down again. So it actually needs a bath. It's got grass seeds and shit all over it, so I'll have to do that this morning sometime. You may notice the tappet cover on the 65 engine here. I have got a couple of videos filmed, and I come home Thursday because they were on the roof, and well, the bloody noise, you wouldn't believe it. And because they were up bouncing around and unscrewing the old panels and screwing new ones down, there was little bits of dust and shit coming down everywhere. You know, just a build up over the 22 years the shed's been up, I suppose. And so it was bloody noisy. I ended up going outside. I couldn't stay in there. And when they come to wire up the new box in the corner, the fella says, holy shit, he says, it is noisy in here. And it was just echoing. So I didn't get much done, but I've got the big sandblast cabinet half serviced. I've got a new screen on it. And I have a few, like we're coming up to the gearbox, steering box. I've got one kingpin housing to finish and the whole front end's done. And I've sandblasted all that front axle beam. That the sandblast has been playing up. And I think what it is, I've just let the sand get too fine and it blocks up, so it's getting all new sand, and they'll make a mess when you service them. So so I'm getting the sandblaster sorted out. That's the big one, not the bead blaster. And looking the other day, I think I need a few new beads for the glass bead blaster as well. So I may get to that today. I can't remember if I showed you or not, but I picked up this. It's for my lathe mainly, and but look, it can be on a pedestal drill or whatever you like, they're tapping chucks, and it's a little Chinese set, and you pop your tap in there, and it just locks in there, and you can set. Apparently, you can set it to slip up here. There's a little bit of a clutch up here, and you can set it to slip at a certain at a certain tension. Now, I haven't played with that. Yeah, I haven't played with that piece yet to see if it slips or not. But yeah, you find different ones and click it in. But the thing that pissed me off a little bit was I ordered the Cat 3 shank one, and it says, oh, you can have Cat 2 or Cat 3, and my tail stock and my drill and all Cat 3, so I said, oh, I'll have the Cat 3 one. They send you a Cat 2 one with a Cat 3 adapter. So, but anyway, bit of a pain in the arse that. But look, it's not a, I'll just put that there. It's not a bad little set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different sizes. So it's just something that caught my fancy, and I thought in the lathe that'd be a nice little addition. So I've just brought that up to show you. Then it's going to go up the back, up into Bundy Bear's box up the back there, up at the house, and it'll stay up there. Now, while I'm whinging, my sound system, now, this is a Tascam D700. That's a radio microphone receiver. This microphone here sends across to there, then that's wired into here. So the camera takes a sound bite, this takes a sound bite, and this can have 4 A-cell batteries, double A's in the back of it, but it's very power hungry on batteries. So I run it off a battery bank here. So this one's a 300 milliamp hour battery. So sometimes when I'm videoing a lot, that can start to get quite low. And so I take time out, and while I'm getting ready for the next thing I'm filming, I can charge that up, and I've got to charge the cameras all the time. I've got 2 cameras, 2 personal ones, but the one on the top that is the receiver for the microphone system, there's only one of those, and quite some time back now I was leaving the charging cable in it, and we were getting a little feedback, so I've got to take time out and charge that. But what I thought is that battery pack, look, it nearly lasts a day. It's quite good at what it does, and I thought, look, just to help out, I'll buy another one. So I jumped on eBay, and here's another one. Looks the same, and looks roughly the same. And this is 500,000 milliamp hours. Yeah, 500,000. Well, that's 300. This is 500. This thing's, it's bloody, can't be. Just that old girl there, and you can feel the weight of them, which I couldn't do because I bought it off eBay. You can feel the weight. Now that's probably half as heavy again as this, and yeah, that old one, it'll last pretty well a day filming, roughly. This one here, you hook it in and away you go, and yeah, give it an hour or 2 and she's all over, Red Rover. So yeah, just a bloody thing. You pay a heap of money for them, and yeah, that one's 300,000 milliamp hours. This is 500,000 milliamp hour power bank, all Chinese, of course. So I don't know. It's false advertising. It's just bullshit. So that peed me off. I thought, oh, you bastard thing. Okay, what have we done here? I've got the inlet manifold on, the thermostat housing. I haven't filmed the inlet manifold, like it's just doing up a few bolts. I've got a little bit of video on this. Now, something you may find interesting is on the tappet cover bolts here, there's originally a little rubber, and you bring the nylon lock nuts down, and there's a little rubber that seals onto the tappet cover and stops the oil from coming out. I haven't been able to find a good supply of those, or anything I liked. So anyway, I was in my favourite bolt place the other day, and it's called the Bolt Place in Bundy Bear, and I said, yeah, you haven't got anything that's got rubber in it for, rubber and like a bonded seal? And they said, oh, we got these things that they're for roofing screws, and the roofing screw comes down and it's got rubber on one side. I'll try and get it in close for you. I've got to come around this side just so I can see what you can see. But yeah, that's the little rubber thing, and that's the hole. So the idea is that if you have trouble with your roofing screws or with a leak around a screw, you pull your roofing screw out, you put that there and down she goes, and if you've got a bit of rust around the hole, or it just helps seal roofing screws. So we bought them, and what I do is, I'll just show you if I can without screwing my finger off. And there's a small hole in there, and because the roofing screws have a point, well, it just goes in and opens them up. But look, all I do is I just run a drill through. That's a 6mm drill, and that then just pops down. That's a bit tight, that one probably. And they do seal really well. Now, they are a bit of a bugger to get back off when you want to do a tappet reset, but as an option for sealing up here, look, it works well. They've got quite a large diameter on them, and so by the time you put it on, I've tidied up all my bloody spanners, haven't got one here. And yeah, so by the time you bring it down so the nylon lock nuts work and it's sealing well, and I've done the video this week on setting the tappets, a few other things. Now I've got an exhaust manifold that it's a Bearco one. Someone returned it, and I don't know if we didn't get warranty or something or other. But anyway, some of the old warranty junk I just bring home, and they say, oh, chuck it in the bin, and I thought, oh, I'll just take it home, might use it one day. And I don't think we got a warranty on this. It was still in a packet, and someone returned it, but no one knew about it, why it got returned or that. So I thought, oh, bugger it, I'll see how it goes. So there's a couple of little things. So you can see it was a rough casting, so I've tidied some of the casting up a little bit on it. And where the bolts come through here, where the mould's joined, right where the nut would sit, there's a bloody lip there. Like it's a raised section. So what I need to do to use this is I need to sit this up in the vise, and I need to just get a file and flatten that out. So when the nuts here are holding this manifold on, they're not just holding on a little peak that's going to come loose quickly and bugger up. So I thought that's fair enough, I'll do that. And we went to the shop yesterday and on Sunday, and we went down for a brunch with the family, with the kids and grandkids, and went and picked up Mum, and so there was 4 generations of us all there having something to eat down at the Windmill Cafe at Bagara, and it was nice, yeah. And on the way home, I'd forgotten to get these studs, so I pulled in and got some of them, and I've got those studs there done too. My favourite little stud removing socket, on 2 of them now the rollers are buggered up and come out. So I don't know. I know they were cheap, but yeah, they don't have to bugger up so quick. So anyway, I went into the shop on the way home, and I got these studs here, the B426 studs. They're 3/8 UNF, and I thought, oh, I'll just pop them in, and they look to be, when you line them up with each other, they look to be straight. This one won't screw in properly, but this is probably why it got returned. When you put the elbow on, bloody holes don't line up. So this one hole, yeah, this inner hole, I might be able to show you. That inner hole doesn't line up. Bloody thing. So, so anyway, and this is the original. That's still got the M1 part number on it, so we can be pretty certain that that's right. This isn't. So I'm going to tap this. I'm going to tap this out and make sure this goes in true in case it's slightly crooked, but it should be fine. And yeah, that's a small one's job. See if I can sort that out. And I will bolt this on. I haven't done the injectors yet. I'll just sit that there. I haven't done the injectors yet. I may get to that today. And I haven't put the bottom end in here. Now, there's a reason. I don't know. I've been having, on Saturday, I spent most of the day cleaning, just picking up spanners where you put things and tidying up the benches and wiping them over with petrol rags and getting all that, cleaning the parts washer and all that. And the reason I'm doing that is on the bottom of the crank where the pulley goes on. Now you can remember, I think I did a video on machining this front pulley down and putting a wear sleeve on to fit the sleeve, so to fit a new wear sleeve so we could put the seal in. Now mine has that's where the front seal goes. It has separate housing, but there is a washer that sits in here between the gear and the pulley, and I cannot find the bloody thing. And I thought, I can't imagine I took it up the front when I was machining this, but I've been up there looking around. I can't find the bloody thing, and I've cleaned all the parts washer out in case it got sat behind it. My parts washer gets a bit messy sometimes. The pots of parts, I've gone through every pot of parts. I've cleaned all my benches down, and on this bloody washer, I cannot find it for looking. So I don't know whether I'm going to make one or what, but I'm not going to let it hold the whole job up. I'm going to roll the engine over and start assembling the bottom end. But what I'm pretty sure of is I've got the timing cover just sitting on loosely, and I can pop this housing out and put it in later again if I need to. So I'm going to continue on. I just got no idea what we've done with it, and everything, like I use those plastic boxes, and every section goes into its own plastic box, and the box with all the front and rear engine seals and all that in it, this washer's just not there. So I remember pulling the damn thing off, and sometimes when I'm filming or something, I'll just grab something and I'll say, I'll just pop that up there for the moment. And like this outlet, this water outlet there, I couldn't find that for ages. And I thought, what have I done with that thing? And walking past, I must have just sat it on the bonnet there one day. I must have had it in my hand and went to pick something up, just sat it there. And it took me a week to find it. But, at the moment, this washer is lost. So I'll have to find one. I don't know. I've cleaned the benches. I don't know what I'm going to do apart from buying a new one. And I've got a 4248 over there. I could probably pop the front off and grab one out of that just to keep this going. But I suppose everyone has the same problems. But I am particularly fussy with, like, everything that come off from under the tappet cover went back in under the tappet cover, and like with all the plastic pots I buy from trade tools, I've got one just for the front and rear engine seals, and the housings, the rope seals and that. I've got one just for the sump. I have one for the timing cover bolts and all that. So I am fussy with where I put stuff, but I'm thinking I may have had it in my hand and just sat it somewhere while I'd done something else. So it's a bloody battle, I tell you, when you've got Alzheimer's, I think. I'm getting old and silly. So, but look, that's about a wrap up for Bundy Bear's shed. Today, I'm thinking of getting the injectors done. I don't want to put the injectors in too early, because then I'll have compression to fight when I'm turning things over and buggering around. So I'll see. But yeah, the engine is getting quite close. Oh, bloody things. You remember I did a video on the pipe between the block and the cylinder head, and with the new Sparex head, look, everything's been fine, but I was doing the banjo bolt up for that pipe and it wasn't quite snug up, and it sort of went a bit tight, and I thought, oh, I'm nearly there, I'll just give it a bit more, and I thought, no, it just doesn't feel right. Went to undo it, bang, snapped it, broke it off in the bloody head. And so, look, I got a bit lucky. It's 38 UNF thread. I put a 38 UNF nut on and welded it, and it come out nicely. But then I had to tap the hole out a bit deeper in the head and have a little magnet up there and make sure there was no swarth, because it went to the cam bearing straight away, that thing, before it went up to the rocker gear and that. And cleaned it out, and I spent ages just cleaning. So I do have to make a banjo bolt, a 38 UNF banjo bolt. So I don't know when I'll do that. If it starts raining, it's a bit cloudy outside today. I don't know whether we're expecting showers there. I don't think so. But I do have to make a banjo bolt because I broke one off, and it was one of those things, you feel it go tight and you think, oh no, but I might get it. And nah, bit me on the arse. Anyway, not to worry. But look, that's it. Yeah, I had a day off yesterday, did some slashing Saturday, and I do have a couple of videos up the spout on the engine for this week, which we'll get out without fail. I had one for last week, but with the solar blokes coming and all that, we just didn't get time to edit. And yeah, Ross is back at work, then Mitch had a day off work with the flu. Then from Thursday on, Alan hasn't been there, he's been crook. So we're having a real, we're getting a real hiding in there with sickness at the moment. Just the flu. Ross had COVID, but none of the rest have had COVID. It's just the winter flu's going around. So, so far we're all good. See how we go. But then we're off with the grandkids yesterday down at the park at Bagara, the Turtle Park, and who knows what's on that. So we'll see. But look, thanks for dropping by. We'll catch you next week. There you go, the battery just, the camera just shut down on me. Well, once again, thanks for dropping by. Have a great week, everybody. I'll try and find this washer again before I move on. And but regardless, the engine's getting turned over and we're going to do the oil pump and all that today. So catch you next week. Have a good one, everyone. And yeah, we'll see you in a week's time.